Fox Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the National Football League.
Week 8, these two teams met, and it was a feisty game. Jay Cutler running one in to give the Bears the lead. Stephon Diggs, a big play, tied it up. It went back and forth all day long until this. Blair Walsh, 36-yarder. As time expired, and the Vikings were winners, 23-20 in Soldier Field. And so today, the rematch here in Minnesota. It's warm out for Minnesota standards in December. It's 37 degrees. Wind not a factor. Vikings won the toss, and they will defer. And so Deontay Thompson back to receive. And here we go from the University of Minnesota. Big one on the NFC North, especially for these Vikings. And Thompson has a good seam, sprinting through. Big return by Chicago. What a way to start. Well, the defer works until you have a monster kick return.
That's right, Kevin. And actually, you see the great return. It's actually Blair Walsh who does a nice job of at least, you see that big hole. Blair Walsh, the kicker, does a nice job of at least slowing him down, gets stiff-armed, and then Trey Waynes cleans him up. But a big return to kick it off for the Bears.
49 yards on the return, and so Chicago starts at midfield. Here's Forte running left. We get a flag. Big run by Forte, but there is a penalty inside the 25. Still going all the way down to the 15. It's a 35-yard run, but let's wait on Brad Allen, who's our referee, with the call.
Holding. Offense, number 55. 10-yard penalty. First down.
That's the center, Hronis Grasu. Grasu right here in the middle, blocking against Sharif Floyd. And there he is with that right arm. When you get beat with your feet and reach out like that, referees like Brad Allen tend to catch those. Negates the big game from by Forte.
John, the Bears offensive line, the most holding penalties in the NFL. It's plagued them all year long. Here's Langford, the rookie, who gets his first carry in a short game, and he's belted by Terrence Newman. So Jay Cutler, in his 10th year, has had a career year. His best rating at this point, 92.2. 7 interceptions is a career low for this many games. He has really cut down on the turnovers behind Adam Gase, their offensive coordinator. Second and long. A lot of time. Cutler still holding on, and he's going to go down. He's going to be dropped by Tom Johnson. Brian Robinson was there initially. He had all day to throw. That was a coverage sack.
Coverage sack all day long. Terrence Newman all over Eddie Royal, drives on the curl route. That's who he initially wanted. Terrence Newman at 37, Captain Munnerlyn on his coverage. Cutler holds on to the ball. Eludes Robinson.
So after a promising start with a big kick return, it's 3rd down and 25. Bears need to get all the way to the Minnesota 40 for a first. They're just going to hand it off a draw. Forte. Pretty good run. Gets out near the original line of scrimmage, but it's punt time for Chicago.
So Kevin, Minnesota overcomes the big return, the big initial run from Forte, called back because of the holding penalty, and gets Chicago to essentially punt right where they started.
There's O'Donnell, the Bears punter. You saw that Marcus Sherrills, who's a good punt returner, took one back for a touchdown in that Week 8 game against Chicago. Sherrills going to let this one go over his head. Takes a nice Chicago bounce, and Minnesota will start deep in their own territory after a 45-yard punt. No return. Nicely done by Patrick O'Donnell. And so we will get a first look at Teddy Bridgewater here. And, you know, for Teddy, coming off maybe his best game of his career in that really difficult loss Thursday night to Arizona.
I think it was the most balanced that Minnesota's been all year long. Adrian Peterson ran it over 20 times and ran it well, and Teddy Bridgewater threw for 335 yards on 36 attempts. So good balance. They just couldn't finish against a really good Arizona team.
Vikings start out with 3 tight ends on this formation. Adrian Peterson in the backfield, and they're going to give it to him on first down. And Peterson is up near the 10 for a gain of 3 for these Vikings, coming in at 8-5. You look at the storylines that surround them, and hey, there's some good news. They control their own destiny, so much so if they win their last 3 games, they win the division. Final games at Green Bay, so even with their struggles, they're in good shape. This is an issue. John talked about it. Their 3 best defensive players out today. They were out last week too. Bridging the gap, Teddy Bridgewater. Can he take them to the next level and win this team game if he has to do it? We'll find out. On second down, it's Peterson. And Adrian Peterson has a good run, and he should have a first down. He's got over 100 yards each of his last 5 games against Chicago.
Well, this offensive line has struggled in the pass game, protecting Teddy Bridgewater, but they've run blocked incredibly well, and it's easy to run block well when you have 28 as a running back, Adrian Peterson. You get him the tiniest of holes, and he will make the defense pay.
From the 18, Peterson looking for something, nothing there. Nice job by this Bears defense. Mitch Unrein was there first. Close up on Peterson. And John, like to get him going a little bit. It's pretty obvious when he runs well, they win. But for Peterson, last couple weeks, 31 carries, just 87 yards total.
That's right. They've slowed down, and everyone's selling out to stop Adrian Peterson per usual, and that again puts the onus back on Teddy Bridgewater. I think doing what he did last week will give defenses a little pause in terms of just selling out to stop Adrian Peterson.
Bridgewater looking to throw it for the first time. Tipped, and it's incomplete. He was looking for Stephon Diggs. But Pernell McPhee, who has been a great addition coming over from the Ravens, got a piece of that ball. It'll bring up third down.
And that's just smart football by Pernell McPhee. I just talked about the fact that all year long this Minnesota offensive line has struggled to pass protect. So of late it's been a lot of quick throws. Pernell McPhee watches his film. He knows that, hands up and get a big deflection.
He's out last week with a knee injury, McPhee. As we look at the Vikings offensive line, he's back in there this week. Third down and 10. Bridgewater slings it near side, and he's got a first down. Looking for the big tight end, and that's been his favorite target of late, Kyle Rudolph.
Well, and it's a good target for Teddy Bridgewater because he typically catches it when you throw it his way. He's got a big catch radius. This ball, all those long arms extended all the way, but that's what Kyle Rudolph does. He catches it when you throw it to him. Bridgewater has trusted him more of late, and it's paid dividends for the Vikings offense.
I mean, you look at the difference here with Kyle Rudolph. First 10 games, 23 catches. The last 4 games, 22. So he's equal to production of the first 9. Peterson, good run, little spin out to about the 37. And he's going to pick up 7 yards. Well, Peterson has really revved it up against the Vikings rivals here. He had 108 yards total week number 12. You go back 154 yards in 2012, one of those games. 100 yards week 2, 2013. 211 in week 13 of 2013. And then, 103 week 8 rushing. He's done some damage, and they'll fake it to him here. And Zach Line, the fullback, just can't hold on. Well-designed play, just didn't work with the drop.
And that's something that Norv Turner has been doing of late. We just chronicled Adrian Peterson. Everyone knows Adrian Peterson's a good runner, so the boot is an effective play. He's going to draw the defense to him. Bridgewater, very athletic, can throw on the run quite well. It takes the pressure off that offensive line, puts him on the move. It's just a missed opportunity for Zach Line, who actually catches the ball quite well.
Yeah, he does. Not that time, though. 3rd and 4. Four-man pressure. Bridgewater. It's McKinnon on the catch and a first and a broken tackle. Here's McKinnon. And a good catch and run by Jerick McKinnon. He broke through a tackle of Chris Brzezinski, and it's a gain of 25.
Well, football, so much of it is about finding the matchups. Well, you get McKinnon on the crossing route. Brzezinski, the safety, is going to end up picking him up. That's a matchup that Teddy Bridgewater and the Vikings like and should like, because McKinnon's the better athlete. He shows it in space, eluding the tackle of Brzezinski.
Antro roll, starting safety on IR with a knee injury, and so Brzezinski's getting those reps now on a first down. And there's Peterson. Ooh, what a hit. Good collision out there with Peterson. And Amos, the safety.
Kevin, in that Week 8 matchup against the Bears, Adrian Peterson really had his way. He went for 103 yards. Averaged 5 yards, 5.2 per carry. What the Bears did well, they didn't allow the big run. 12 yards was his longest run, but they're going to have to play the run better than they are thus far today.
Draw. Peterson fighting forward. That should be good for a first down. It is a first down for Minnesota. Peterson running well. We've got our first game break. Let's check in with Mike Hill.
All right, guys, Skins technically on top of that crowded NFC East. First drive of the game for them against the Bills. Kirk Cousins hits Jordan Reed. 3-yard score, his 8th TD of the season. Just like that, 7-0 Skins in the first. Kevin, John, back to you.
Well, Mike, Chicago saw enough of that. Reed killed the Bears last week. On the fake, Bridgewater, Jarius Wright with a catch. And this Minnesota offense moving right down the field. 7-yard gain to Wright.
And again, Norv Turner, the offensive coordinator, dialing up the boot, the movement play. Jarius Wright going to come behind the line of scrimmage. You fake to Peterson. That's going to draw attention. Put Bridgewater on the run to his left. He throws it quite well. Nice play fake by Bridgewater. Nice execution all around by the Vikings.
Now, John, it's interesting. Bridgewater's done a lot of things well this year in his second year. He's only got 9 touchdowns, which is exceptionally low at this point. I wonder if they take some shots that way today. Here they'll run it again. Why not? Flags fly everywhere. Peterson's going to lose a yard, and then we'll see what the penalty is.
Offside. Defense number 99 moved into the neutral zone prior to the snap. 5-yard penalty results in a first down.
John Fox in his first year coming over and trying to turn this franchise around. He's done it before with Carolina and with Denver, and they're 5-8, but they've been in every game. And they just haven't finished these games. A couple missed kicks the last couple weeks have hurt them. There's John Timo. He's a rookie linebacker. Hasn't played a snap on defense all year. He's starting today. They made Christian Jones inactive. Tough task to stop Peterson, and this time they do. A short gain for Peterson, and that's a victory. So Timo in there. So, you know, John, in this process, we showed John Fox, but it's also about trying to find who's going to be Fox's long-term guys, and they're going to look at Timo today.
Yeah, look, they're competing hard to try to finish out this year. Look, the playoffs are not out of the realm of possibility if they just win all their games, but they're also looking forward, and they understand they've got to get better at certain positions, inside linebacker being one of them. Timu's getting that opportunity today.
So Amos, the safety, he's a rookie. He started every game, number 38. Go empty backfield on a second down. Bridgewater's going to loft one towards the end zone. Touchdown, Stephon Diggs. That's number 10 on the year. They did take a shot.
It's a very well thrown football by Teddy Bridgewater. He drops it in. Right foot down, left foot down. Controls it through the process of going to the ground. This is what you're talking about with Teddy Bridgewater. Can he put this team on his back? Make throws like that? He's showing he wants to be that guy. What a beautiful throw by Bridgewater.
That was some deft play calling on that drive by Norv Turner, too. He pushed all the right buttons. And now Blair Walsh will try the extra point, and it's up and it's good. Monster drive on the opening possession for the Vikings. 13 plays, 93 yards. Bridgewater to Diggs, and it's 7-0. Vikes in front.
Aruba, Jamaica. Now we can actually take it.
To Costa Rica, Bahamas.
Come on, pretty mama.
Belize, Puerto Rico.
People, why don't we go down to Mexico?
We'll get there fast, and you can take it slow.
Anywhere you want to go.
All the way down to Dominican Republic.
Nice hit.
Southwest is bringing our low fares to tropical destinations. Book now at southwest.com.
Big news! The new Sprint LTE Plus network is faster than Verizon and AT&T based on data from the world's foremost authority on independent measurement. To celebrate, we're going to cut some prices in half. Switch to Sprint and save 50% on Verizon, AT&T, or T-Mobile rates. No gimmicks, no tricks. It's the biggest offer in U.S. wireless history.
What about Verizon?
50% off.
AT&T too?
50% off.
Even T-Mobile?
50% off. And now, get the hottest Samsung smartphones and receive a free 32-inch LED Samsung TV. Don't wait. Offer ends December 24th.
Style lets you stand out from the herd. What's inside sets you apart. The 2016 Cadillac Escalade.
People
Be there. Get tickets at Bengals.com/tickets.
Today's game is sponsored by Southwest. Transparency, low fares, nothing to hide.
All right, you're not going to see many drives that are prettier than that. Minnesota on the opening drive, 13 plays, 93 yards. Stephon Diggs, his third touchdown catch, and Bridgewater was masterful on that drive. And there you see it helps. When Minnesota scores first with their running game, with their defense, it usually benefits them. And it usually benefits everybody for the most part. But
Kevin, you alluded to it. You know who else was masterful? Norv Turner. 4 quicks, 2 boots, putting Teddy Bridgewater on the move, throws him into rhythm. Good job by Norv Turner calling that first drive.
And so here's the kickoff. Thompson, who had the 49-yard return to start the game. And looking to get upfield here. And another pretty good return for DeAndre Thompson. So the Bears will take over. They're down 7 because of Stephon Diggs. He's dancing. Why not? It's 7-0 Vikes, and now their defense will face Jay Cutler and company.
This just in, the final countdown to Christmas is here. Wait, what? Gary, is this teleprompter right? Sweet molasses. I need to start shopping immediately. Save on thousands of last-minute deals at Target.
Style lets you stand out from the herd. What's inside sets you apart. The 2016 Cadillac Escalade.
The holidays are here. Don't forget you can order on Target.com and pick up in-store the same day.
I ordered this today. It's for you. Boop.
Barbie, a new tie. Shop Target.com, pick up in-store.
Today's game is sponsored by Bud Light, the official beer sponsor of the NFL.
7-0 Vikings, 5:39 to go in this first quarter. Each team's had one possession. Bears with their second. They started off on their own 26-yard line. Cutler's going to throw. coming near side. And that's where he's got his tight end, Zach Miller. Has been a real force the last few weeks. Against his Vikings defense, John, which is playing without their 3 best defensive players today.
Well, Kevin, this defense was set up very nicely because they're strong at all levels and they're strong up the middle. Linval Joseph, he starts it off at the nose guard position. Anthony Barr at the linebacker position, just a huge presence in the middle. And Harrison Smith, one of these do-it-all safeties. So that's tough when your 3 best players, game-changing players, aren't in there.
A run here, and that's not going to go anywhere because the other safety, Andrew Sendejo, has been out. He's back from a knee injury, and he makes a nice play.
And Sendejo does his best impression of Harrison Smith, blitzing off the corner, going to come right off the edge.
Got to bail out. The Bears are hurrying up here, trying to change the tempo. Got Alshon Jeffrey to the bottom of your screen on a 3rd down and 5. Matched up against Xavier Rhodes. Good one to watch. Blitz is coming. And Cutler tries to get away, and he's dropped for a sack. Chad Greenway, the old veteran. And Chicago will punt.
Well, Sendejo does his best impression of Harrison Smith. Now Chad Greenway, who's done it for a number of years, does his best. Anthony Barr holding on to Cutler. Cutler's a strong guy. That's a great job by Greenway, holding on for dear life and bringing down Jay Cutler. This Minnesota defense playing aggressive and playing well early.
Couldn't ask for a better start for them, that's for sure. Patrick Scales, the long snapper. Patrick O'Donnell, the punter. Here's Sherrill's going to call fair catch, and he makes it at the 28. So Minnesota football, Greenway, the sack, 2.5 on the year for him. 7-0 Minnesota with a kick.
Today's game is sponsored by Chevrolet. Find new roads.
Obviously can't fit this under a tree.
How are you gonna hide this? We asked real people what they thought of Chevy's holiday deals.
That's awesome. I like it.
I love it.
That's a really good deal.
Holiday gift, Christmas gift.
This would be the best any gift, bar none.
Can I have the keys?
Wrap up the deals and wrap up the year in a new Chevy.
Current qualified competitive lessees can get this Chevy Cruise Limited for around $202 a month and get $1,000 lease cash on select Cruise vehicles in stock.
Can I take it home tonight?
The past can be beautiful. A memory, a dream, but it's no place to live. The only way out is up, and it's not heaven. It's a new world. The future is gold. J'adore. Dior.
At Macy's.
The best defense is defense. Use everything you have to protect your alliance. So, send 12 choppers when 1 chopper would do. Build walls twice as high as you need. Join me and strike. Mobile Strike. Download and play now. Free from the App Store.
Who the hell are you? I'm a man with a second chance.
Today's game is sponsored by Mobile Strike. Download and play now. Free from the App Store.
Welcome back, Chicago at Minnesota. Teddy Bridgewater got off to a very good start on that last drive. And I'll tell you, Vikings coaches and players yearn to see Teddy Bridgewater just play more free, more relaxed. Even the quarterback admits that he needs to chill out a little bit. They need him to just let it rip. And so far, we've seen a little of that today. Terrible protection has been a problem for Minnesota, and Teddy Bridgewater, well, the Vikings need him to thrive, not just survive. Back to you.
Well, he's done all that on the first drive, Pam. 4 of 6, 59 yards, and a beautiful touchdown throw. So he's adhering to Pam's advice.
Yes, he is. And, you know, it's tough on Teddy Bridgewater because that second year in his career, and everyone's looking for the great growth, but he's really been hindered by an offensive line that has struggled mightily to protect the passer. They had a couple losses. Their center, John Sullivan, their right tackle, Phil Lodeholt, right before the season, and this offensive line has struggled.
Peterson hasn't struggled, though, because he makes a nice cut, spins around, and he's got a first down. Why is it that an offensive line, John, you talked about it, how can they be so good at one thing, blocking for the run, but yet struggle so much in the other facet?
Well, first of all, Adrian Peterson, he covers up a lot of warts, so it's not always that pretty. And like I said, you get him a little space, and he's going to make it happen. But they are a proficient run-blocking team. You know, it's kind of been this avalanche. They struggled early protecting the passer. I think they've lost confidence individually. And it's, you know, if you got one guy struggling, it's okay. But when you have three, you can't double everyone, and that's been their shortcoming.
Good points on a first down. Going to run it to Asiata as Peterson gets a blow. John Timu, who's made a couple tackles already, that rookie we told you about. He's got 4 tackles already to start.
Kevin, let's show you a couple illustrations. We'll see it throughout the day, but run blocking, they do it very well. This is from that Week 8 matchup. You see Harris pulling, Michael Pruitt, Zach Line absolutely running through the linebacker. That's pretty. You can't do it any better. That's clinic tape. Well, pass blocking, not picking on Matt Khalil, the left tackle. Tough business out there against Pernell McPhee, but you got to put up some resistance, and that's happened on a lot of occasions this year.
Ask John Lynch a question, get taken to school. I like it, John. Bridgewater trying to set up a screen. Bears defensive well until that point when McKinnon sprinting away. Jerick McKinnon inside the 30. He's had a couple touches and a couple huge plays so far. That's for 31.
So Norv Turner, he knows the same thing we know. So what do? You run it. When you throw it, you throw quicks. You throw boots and you throw screens. You invite the rush upfield. They come with the screen. McKinnon, who provides, it's a burst, a different kind of speed than Adrian Peterson provides. We've seen 2 big catches for McKinnon here today.
12 catches for 56 yards coming in, so he hasn't been a huge receiver for them. Usually that's Asiata, but enormous today so far. They're going to run it. A little hop step. And a short gain to McKinnon. Game break. Let's check in with Kurt Menefee.
Well, Carolina trying to make it 14-0 as they take on the Giants, and this is a big reason why. Cam Newton, his longest run of the season, 47 yards, got knocked out of bounds, but he wound up throwing a 3-yard touchdown to Ted Ginn Jr., and they lead it 7-0 over the Giants. Kevin, John, Pam?
Kevin, we saw that act last week, and boy, it's impressive. Anyone who thinks that team's not for real, you're not watching the same film I'm watching.
Might be the last play of the first quarter. 2nd and 8. Vikings on the move again. Down to the Bears 28. Bridgewater, 3-man rush this time. Just going to go short to Mike Wallace, and he's tackled immediately. Going to pick up 3, and that'll take us to the end of the first quarter. What a quarter it was for the Vikings. Defense playing well. Offense with 1 long drive. On the move again. It's 7-0. Vikings.
I'm taking this woman to hell.
She's worth a fortune.
Daddy. Damn. That money's mine, boys.
And everyone wants a piece.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yes. But in a place full of killers.
One of y'all's working with her. If I don't hear a confession, you're gonna get a bullet.
Drop dead.
You'll never guess who.
I'm looking at you.
You.
Or you.
He's playing who.
The ugliest guy did it.
The Hateful Eight.
Start to see pictures, ain't you?
Rated R. December 31st.
Everything you love about football is here, especially the pizza.
Up your game with 2 large 2-topping pizzas for only $7.77 each.
Better ingredients, better pizza. PapaJohns.com.
Discover an idol one last time. The American Idol farewell season, January 6th on Fox.
Way up in the North Pole, a penguin loaded a toy car onto a racetrack. Zoom. It took off. Going faster and faster until finally it stopped. Right in our driveway.
Really?
Yeah.
The Lexus December to Remember sales event is here. Lease the all-wheel drive 2015 GS 350 with complimentary navigation system for these terms, and we'll make your first month's payment. See your Lexus dealer.
Gassing up for a big day of holiday shopping. We were up all night clipping coupons, mapping out our routes. We're at the malls first, then all the outlet malls, and then we're gonna camp out all night for the early bird blowout tomorrow morning. How about you?
I'm already done.
What is this, happy hour?
No, it's not.
Come on, keep
Put a little play in your holiday with holiday scratch-off games from the Kentucky Lottery.
Dave?
Yes?
You have to actually turn the car on.
This holiday season, get ready for mystery,
What's in the trunk? Nothing.
romance,
18-inch alloys. You remembered.
family fun,
Everybody squeeze in. Block anyone?
and non-stop action. It's the event you don't want to miss. It's the Season of Audi sales event. Get up to a $2,500 bonus for highly qualified lessees on select Audi models.
Minnesota, that's brutal.
Yeah, it's been their trouble spot all year long. Huge differential in that first quarter. They struggle to start and they struggle to finish.
Here, a 3rd down and 6 for the Vikings. We start quarter number 2. They're up 7-0. It's been another good drive. Bridgewater, pressure, taken down. Willie Young, who has been on fire. He's now got a sack in 5 straight games.
And Willie Young, you just mentioned it. This is just good motor by Willie Young, staying after it. Bridgewater flushed. He stays after Bridgewater and he brings him down. Willie Young has really taken to this 3-4 scheme. He's typically has been a defensive end with his hand in the dirt, asked to play a different position, outside linebacker, and really thriving now for the Chicago Bears.
That's a 10-yard loss. Now this is a really long field goal, 53 yards. Walsh's long this year is 54. Certainly has the leg for it, and the wind is minimal. This is tailing, and the doink, and it's through. It all goes down as 3 points on the stat sheet, John. It'll work for Blair Walsh. He'll take it 53 yards. And the bounce. It worked. 10-0. Minnesota.
Get a free 32-inch class Samsung TV with purchase of any Samsung Galaxy S6 or Note 5. Available at Best Buy.
Free pizza from Domino's is just a game night, late night, bro time, dance-off, pizza, cake, and a hot date away. You can earn a free pizza after just 6 online orders of $10 or more with Domino's new Piece of the Pie rewards.
The Satellite Wave World Time GPS with the world's fastest reception time. Powered by light, any light. Citizen Satellite Wave technology, the most accurate timekeeping system on Earth.
Every Christmas is memorable. But a gift from Kay Jewelers makes it unforgettable. Save 25% on any Citizen watch at Kay, the #1 memory maker in America.
Every kiss begins with K.
It's a calling. A love affair. A quest. The next horizon. Everyone loves the chase.
Today's game is sponsored by Ram Trucks. Guts, glory, Ram.
Well, sometimes you need a little luck. That'll work. It's good for 3. That's all Walsh knows. He'll take it, and it's 10-0 Vikings. They've played great so far. Now Thompson has had a couple of nice kick returns, makes more people miss, and another good one. Wow, 3 good kick returns for Deontay Thompson. So here's Walsh. Had it all the way. That was good all the way. John Fox, his Bears looking for some offense.
Do you really think that's a good idea?
If everyone jumped off a cliff, would you do it too?
You'll lose interest. It's just a phase.
It hurts me more than it hurts you.
Where are your manners? Were you raised by wolves?
You're gonna give me a heart attack.
When you have kids, you will understand.
This is the life of a rebel. Sorry, Mom.
Now for the official coin toss.
To do great things, sometimes you gotta break the rules. The all-new Surface Pro 4. A new pen for new masterpieces. We reinvented the Surface Pro so you can reinvent everything else.
Skipper, let's see what the Colonel got you.
Okay. A KFC $5 fill-up? Yes! With popcorn chicken that's made with one piece of chicken. Not like those nuggets that come in funny shapes. I got one too!
Did you like it?
There's even a cookie. This is the best Christmas ever.
Man, I nailed it this year. It's finger licking good.
If you could see your cough, you'd see all the sickness you're spreading. New Robitussin CF Max Severe soothes and delivers powerful relief of cough, sore throat, stuffy nose, and fever. New Robitussin CF Max Severe, because it's never just a cough.
It's a Big East doubleheader. Coverage starts December 30th on FS1.
Well, that isn't any good if you're the Bears. They'd like to get a little momentum going here. This Vikings defense hasn't allowed it. Had a big penalty, too, that didn't help. And so they'll run it on first down to Jeremy Langford. And a good solid run. So for the Chicago Bears, they're 5-8. John Fox's first year trying to turn this thing around. It's really just finishing. 7 games decided by 3 points. Last 2 weeks, the perfect example. Cutting out the picks. Jay Cutler has done just that. 7, the lowest he's had. And then build a wall. We're not getting political here. That was the words of Vic Fangio, what they had to do to stop Adrian Peterson. We'll see if they can do it today. Vic Fangio, their defensive coordinator. Here's Langford again. Kendricks will stop him and see what the spot is, if that's good enough for a first. Looks like you're going to move it a yard short. So a 3rd and 1.
It's one thing Adam Gase does very well. Everyone thinks of him his time in Denver. High-flying, attacking offense, but he very much believes in the run. And you see when they're struggling, what they've done, they brought in Langford, went back to the run. Now they're in an advantageous 3rd and 1 situation.
3rd and short, and it's a first down. A rookie running hard. And that'll move the chains for Chicago. Kurt Menefee has a game break. I'm smelling Odell Beckham. Kurt?
Not Odell Beckham, but the guy on the other side, Reuben Randall. Hooking up with Eli Manning, busted coverage, 27 yards score, and the Giants have tied Carolina 7 apiece, still in the first quarter. Kevin, you were close.
That I wouldn't have guessed. Reuben coming to life, 7-7 there. Thanks, Kurt. 1st and 10 for the Bears. Cutler to throw it. It's locked up, tipped way back, incomplete. I think it was Sharif Floyd playing that nose tackle for the injured Linval Joseph who made the play.
One thing, if I'm Adam Gase and I'm Jay Cutler, you notice Minnesota early has brought a lot of pressure, a lot of blitzes. To me, that means Alshon Jeffries one-on-one outside. That's a matchup that was huge in Week 8. When he's one-on-one, that's a matchup they like, and they got to start wearing it out.
Yeah, he's on the bottom of your screen right now against Xavier Rhodes, the Vikings' #1 corner. He had over 100 yards, John, in that Week 8 game. On 2nd down, Cutler fires a bullet to the far side of the field, and it's caught by Eddie Royal. And he missed 5 weeks with a knee injury. Back last week, only had 1 catch, so he's looking to get him involved a little.
And if you've watched Eddie Royal throughout his career, if you watch the Bears, you know that he's typically a slot receiver. They're playing him outside today. They've been injured all year. He's coming back. Mark Mariani's been good in the slot, so Royal's up top on the backside of the trips.
Here's Mariani on 3rd down. He's got the first down inside the 40. Mariani looked feisty on the field before the game. And he's got a first down.
This is something that Adam Gase wanted to do. Remember the double-A gaps. They show all that pressure inside. Look at the wide bunch, and it's just a numbers game. If they have 2, you have 3. You've got 2 blockers. 3rd and 4, that's a great call because Mariani, former punt returner, can get the ball, make some good things happen. Adam Gase, that's a scheme he wanted to try to expose these Vikings on.
So finally a couple first downs for these Bears. And Langford tackled for a loss. Wow. Tom Johnson coming through and making the play.
Penetration kills run games, and Tom Johnson right through the middle. Quickness off the ball into the backfield. Almost takes the handoff from Jay Cutler. That's how you play what they call the 3 technique. Get upfield and penetrate. Look like Howie Long there.
And so it's 2nd and 14. Cutler's got a lot of time coming near side, and it's knocked away, incomplete. Edmund Robinson made the play. And we've been talking a lot about Minnesota's offensive line, but the Chicago offensive line they've been trying to figure it out all year. 8 different starters. Yeah, they've had a couple injuries, but really a lot of ineffectiveness. I mean, they took their best player, Kyle Long, a Pro Bowler at guard, and moved him out to right tackle because they're just trying to find some combination that works.
7 days before the opener, they told Kyle Long he's done quite well adjusting to the new position at right tackle.
3rd down and long. Got to get to the 27. Cutler being pressured. Gets out of one, but not the next. Daniil Hunter, who has really come on the last few weeks, the rookie. Three sacks already by Minnesota.
Well, this front, you look at from that right side of the Bears line, it's a stunt. Brian Robinson gets there first. Daniil Hunter finishes him off. A TE game, the tackle. Robinson comes up, hits Kyle Long. Daniil Hunter comes right through a wide open gap to make the sack on Cutler.
So a promising drive, but the 3rd Minnesota sack ends that, and another punch. High, Sherrills, fair catch at about the 18. And so the Bears finally move the ball, but that drive stalled, and they'll give it back to Adrian Peterson. AP gets the rock when we're back.
That is a great idea, J.J. Abrams and Stephen King. Hi. Here at Hulu, we care about you as much as you care about TV. Really into South Park? Great. You can watch all 19 seasons of it here and only here. The shows you love, we love. You tweeted to us, help Hulu bring back the Mindy Project. Okay. You're back.
On Hulu?
On Hulu. We've got all of Seinfeld, Empire, Stacy, hi Stacy, there's CSI, Brooklyn Nine-Nine, Blackish, movies, and now with a commercial-free option, there's roughly a gajillion shows. I could go on and on, but I'm out of fake hallway. Let's roll, Andy Samberg. Looking good, Neil.
Yes, I am. Thanks, Andy.
Yep. Yeah.
That's your cue, Cookie.
Damn right it is.
Hey, discount double check. Every time you see me, you say that. Don't you say anything else?
Let me think.
Discount double check.
Discount double check. No.
Fair enough.
It pays to double check. Save big with State Farm.
Make this holiday extra happy when you buy one. Get one free on our most popular smartphones, like the Samsung Galaxy S6. So spread some cheer and buy one, get one free on our most popular smartphones.
Mr. King, what can you offer that your opponent can't? Oh, 10 nuggets for $1.49. Thoughts?
Oh, $1.49 for nuggets.
There's no debate. Get 10 golden nuggets for just $1.49, only at Burger King.
Today's game is sponsored by Burger King. Now get 10 chicken nuggets for $1.49, only at BK.
Randy Quaid from Christmas Vacation apparently is here today, John. 1st and 10 for the Vikings. They're up 10-0 on the Bears. 110th meeting between these two rivals in the 2nd quarter, and we'll run it to Peterson. Well, the Vikings, he gets out to the 20, gain of 2. Well, the UFC starts the new year off with a bang, and it all begins on FS1, the return of power-punching phenom Michael McDonald, his first fight in over 2 years. UFC 195 starts with prelims Saturday, January 2nd, 7:30 Eastern, only on FS1 and streaming live on Fox Sports Go. There's Mike Zimmer in his second year. Already the Vikes with more wins this year than they did last, and this guy can coach. And he's had quite the lineage around the league, obviously as a defensive coordinator for so many years. Finally getting a chance here with Minnesota, and in the process of turning this team around. 2nd and 7. Bridgewater going to run flag, though. Bridgewater's got it first and then some. He's out across the 34, but let's see what the penalty is. May come on back. Brad Allen says, yep.
Holding. Offense, number 79. 10-yard penalty. 2nd down.
So the first penalty from Minnesota, it's on Michael Harris.
Harris working at the right guard on Jenkins. And as Bridgewater starts to run, they see his arms extend and grab Jarvis Jenkins. And Bridgewater's nice gain called back.
So instead of a first down at the 34, all the way back to Bears, a 2nd and 17 back to the 11. They'll run it. Peterson, a little dance step. Goodbye, Kyle Fuller, out across the 15. Our audio people took a hard hit down there. Now you got to be tough to be down there, John.
She got back up. This is the position, boy. That's a tough one. Been there before against Adrian Peterson. Kyle Fuller, that's actually a win against Adrian Peterson because at least he slows him down. He didn't make that tackle, but Adrian Peterson has the power to run over you, has the speed and agility to bounce outside it. That's why he's one of the greats of all time.
It's a 3rd down and 12. Blitz is coming, and Bridgewater's in trouble, and he throws it, gets it away, incomplete. I don't even know how he got rid of that ball from Matt Asiata. Big time pressure from Jonathan Anderson.
It's one thing, I think if there's a fault of Teddy Bridgewater, he tends to hold the ball. He knows early he's not picked up Anderson. Get rid of the football right now. He holds on, lucky, like you said, Kevin, just to get rid of that and have it be an incompletion. But that clock, it's got to move a little quicker because he just has a tendency to hold it a couple ticks too long.
They brought a linebacker and they brought Fuller off the corner on that blitz. Nicely designed. So Locke will punt it. Ariani, fair catch. And the Bears have the football down 10, but very good field position. 8:05 to go in the half.
Our life is busy, but I love it. She's amazing. We're amazing. And I really want her to know.
A diamond kind of love is meant to be declared. Let Zales help you declare yours with our Unstoppable Love Collection, an ever-sparkling symbol of your diamond kind of love. At Zales, the diamond store.
What'll you be able to do in a Jeep Renegade?
Lost soul to revelry.
Pretty much anything you want.
And I say, hey, hey, live it like we're renegade.
The most capable small SUV ever. With available select terrain traction control that can be adjusted to take on mud, sand, or snow. The all-new Jeep Renegade. Take off and take on anything.
Who the hell are you? I'm a man with a second chance.
Second annual Art Rooney Sportsmanship Award honors NFL players who exemplify outstanding sportsmanship. Matt Forte selected one of the 8 finalists for this year's award. Winner decided by a vote of current players announced at the NFL Honors Award Show on February 6th. Good job out of Matt Forte. Bears defense forcing good field position for them here. So they're down 10. They've got the ball right around midfield at the 48. They're going to throw it quickly. To the outside, it's Royal. Gets a block, and Royal has a nice gain on first down. He's going to pick up 8.
Those wide receiver screens are a big part of this Chicago offense. They like it. Again, we showed you earlier, they have numbers out there. They're going to throw it out there and see what they can. Another positive game.
There's Lisa Johnson. She got in the way of Adrian Peterson, but man, she's tough. She's back up. So well done, Lisa. Glad you're all right. Doing the parabolic mic on the field so you can hear all these cool sounds. Forte, carry, first down, Chicago. Inside the 40. So now the Bears offense has something here after running just 6 plays in the first quarter.
You know, Kevin, what's been fun to watch and talking to Adam Gase and Mike Zimmer, they both have mutual respect for each other. Adam Gase says he's the best coordinator. He's the head coach of the Minnesota Vikings, but he calls the plays defensively. Said he's the best defensive coordinator he's ever gone against.
Well, he has certainly the track record. Rob Hausler, the backup tight end.
And it's fun to watch this boxing match, as they described it. They're both throwing jabs at each other. He said, Mike Zimmer, I tell you, half the time you call something, you think you've got the perfect call, and he's got the perfect counter, and you're thinking, how the heck did he call that?
Late flag. Cutler's face mask, I guess, got hit at the end there. That's what it looked like. Daniil Hunter was around the area. That's the only thing I could think of. Oh, there it is.
We got a handful.
Yeah, that's a clear penalty. We're pretty high up here at the University of...
Personal foul, grasping the face mask, defense number 99. 15-yard penalty, automatic. First down.
That's a tough one for sure. 15 yards, and that helps the Bears. And so a 1st and 10 after the penalty. At the 15. Bears trying to get on the scoreboard here in the second quarter. Cutler pumps, pressure, steps up, fires, incomplete. Threw it into the end zone, into some double coverage there. Looking for Jeffrey, but he couldn't get it home as Rhodes was there. Game break time. Kurt Menefee has it.
Washington part of that three-way tie atop the NFC East, and already Kirk Cousins has run in for a touchdown and thrown two to Jordan Reed. They're up 21-0 on Buffalo midway through the second. Kevin and John.
Xavier Rhodes, thanks, Kurt. Xavier Rhodes just limped off after knocking that ball away from Jeffrey. They're going to look at him, so that's the best cornerback who's out of the game. Trey Waynes, the rookie, takes his place. Bottom of your screen. Bears will run it with Forte. He gets down to the 10. He's going to pick up 5. So a 3rd and a makeable 5 is coming up.
You know, and Mike Zimmer, Adam Gase discussed him as being such a great offense coordinator. What he's doing today, talking about blitzing, he's blitzing, but then he's understanding that the counter to that is to go to Alshon Jeffrey outside one-on-one. Then he brings and gives him safety help. So he always is keeping the opposing offense off balance.
On 3rd down, Cutler going end zone, and he's got a touchdown. First catch, and it's for a score to Jeffrey.
Cutler, the number 17, Jeffrey.
I tell you, it's something when you watch the Bears. Alshon Jeffrey, he's never covered because that's fairly good coverage by Terrence Newman. He's all over him, but Adam Gase calls it being on the same wavelength. That's a back shoulder corner, not a route you see a whole often, but there's just a great deal of trust and chemistry between Jay Cutler and Alshon Jeffrey that he can throw balls like that out there and trust that at the least bit it's going to be an incompletion. Right there we see the touchdown.
And so the Bears have come to life. Robbie Gould will try the extra points. And it's perfect. So the penalty helped, but the Bears, after good field position, 7 plays, 52 yards, and a 10-yard score to Alshon Jeffrey, his 4th touchdown of the year. Chicago back in it.
Open hole, got it, 50. Down to the 44, there's a 1st and 10 pass. 35
Burger King created a better way to Buffalo with new Buffalo Chicken Fries. Buffalo Chicken Fries, only at Burger King.
They have to listen to us. This is bigger than they are.
Based on the incredible true story.
Nothing can bring you down.
You have to keep going. We are in this together.
Concussion. Rated PG-13.
Make this holiday extra happy when you buy one, get one free on our most popular smartphones, like the Samsung Galaxy S6. So spread some cheer and buy one, get one free on our most popular smartphones.
Every Christmas is memorable. But a gift from Kay Jewelers makes it unforgettable. Save up to 30% on diamond fashions at Kay, the #1 memory maker in America.
Every kiss begins with Kay.
It's the Kay Jewelers Save the Best for Last event. With up to 30% off store-wide, now is the time to find her the best gift at an incredible price. So hurry in and save up to 30% at Kay, the #1 jewelry store in America.
The best defense is defense. Use everything you have to protect your alliance. So, send a dozen choppers when one chopper will do. Build walls twice as high as you need. Join me and strike. Mobile Strike. Download and play now, free from the App Store.
UFC 195 prelims, January 2nd on FS1.
Yeah, this one goes back to 1961, 110th meeting today. It's always a good one. It's always fun, and we've got a close game here. 10-7 Minnesota. Chicago just got back in it, and now it's Teddy Bridgewater's turn.
Hey, Peter.
Oh. Joanne, is that you?
It's me.
You don't look a day over 70, am I right?
If you're Peter Pan, you stay young forever. It's what you do. If you want to save 15% or more on car insurance, you switch to Geico. It's what you do.
You make me feel so spring has sprung.
The triple treat box from Pizza Hut turns any night into a holiday.
2 pizzas? Breadsticks and a cookie.
I knew it.
Unwrap this incredible box at an incredible price, just $19.99. Only at Pizza Hut.
Cooper Barrett's Guide to Surviving Life. Sunday, January 3rd on Fox.
Week 15 continues later today on CBS, then tonight with Sunday Night Football on NBC. And tune in tomorrow for Monday Night Football on ESPN.
10-7 Vikings, 5:40 to go in this first half for Minnesota. Teddy Bridgewater off to a good start, 6 of 9, 92 yards and a touchdown. 3-point game, and he'll start this drive off looking to throw, going far side of the field. There's Mike Wallace coming all the way back the other side of the field, gets a block from Bridgewater and a lot of running for nothing. That was a good effort, but he ran 53 yards for no gain.
North and south, Mike.
Ooh. You know, John, Bridgewater, interesting. He got called into Mike Zimmer's office this week, and, you know, these are the cool nuances about being a head coach. Mike Zimmer gave him a little inspiration with a little speech this week.
Yeah, he did. He talked about being legendary. He talked about the quarterbacks that are legends in this league, the Troy Aikmans, the Joe Montanas, they are so because at this time of year, in the playoffs, before the playoffs, this is when they play their best football. And he showed both those guys' careers. It was a great job by Zimmer because it really appealed to Teddy Bridgewater.
Yeah, he was glowing talking about it here, firing over the middle. Those Rudolph breaks a tackle, still fighting forward, and he's close. Probably about a yard shy of a first down, but a good catch and run to Rudolph. And you know, we asked Zimmer about it, why did you choose that and why this week? He said, well, I heard this. Someone said to Teddy about being great, and he used a while ago that word legendary. So I figured this would be the good time to pull that out.
Said he had some insider information and he wasn't afraid to use it. You know, I love the fact that Mike Zimmer, a defensive coach, he meets with Teddy Bridgewater every week, every Thursday, 6 a.m. He comes in, they talk ball, they talk life. I think it's great to develop that relationship.
Third down and short here. Movement, penalty. Question is who's on. Meanwhile, Peterson dropped for a loss by Will Sutton. Well, that was Sutton that went off sides, excuse me. At least it looked like it, but let's see if there's any movement. Brad Allen, tell us.
Offside. Defense number 93 moved into the neutral zone prior to the snap. That 5-yard penalty results in a first down.
Bridgewater has done a nice job on a couple of occasions of using that hard count to his advantage. That's one of the advantages of home field advantage, the quiet crowd. You can use that hard count to your advantage.
50.
Here's Peterson. Good hole. Peterson with a cut and another big run from Adrian Peterson, who's got 9 on first down.
We showed it earlier, Kevin. One thing this offensive line, you can beat them up for pass pro. They've earned that, but they also run block fairly well. And Adrian Peterson, again, you get him just a little bit, he's going to make hay on it, and that's never a good sign when Adrian Peterson is coming off the field limping.
Oh boy.
See that left ankle of Peterson get rolled up. Right down there.
Oh yeah.
Fee falling on him.
Well, that's obviously big, and keep an eye on that. Hopefully he's all right. 12 of 56 rushing for Peterson, having another big day against his rivals. Second and 1, they're going to give it to Zach Line, the old fullback. Burrows forward. You know, he doesn't get it too often, John. He's got 4 carries for 4 yards this year, but that one worked as they tend to Adrian Peterson.
He's actually a former college halfback and actually ran very well and was very productive in college at SMU, was going after a lot of Eric Dickerson's. Now he wears a neck roll and put on 30 pounds, not quite as agile, but he did it. Nice job right there.
Peterson will test out that leg. Meanwhile, Jerick McKinnon is the running back on a 1st and 10. Bridgewater, all kinds of time, fires. Wallace with the catch, and there's a big play at number 11 inside the 20.
I love the play call and I love the execution. You run the ball that well, play action's got to be a weapon, and you got to use it as such. You see it pull McClellan up. He's going to back shoulder Mike Wallace down the middle of the field. Mike Wallace knows he's going to get hit by Przezinski, but hangs in there. That's just good football all the way around for the Minnesota Vikings.
34-yard gain as it takes us to the 2-minute warning. Finally, the hookup Viking fans have been waiting for. And now Minnesota in business, up 3.
We don't have to worry about predators like our ancestors did. No saber-toothed tigers stalking from the brush. No dire wolves circling the camp. There are no more monsters to fear. And so, we have to build our own.
It's that night of the year. You come here looking for gifts so there won't be tears. 11th hour shopper, that's you. It's okay because they know you. They're loaded up with gear. An Xbox for the children and a mixer for your dear. No need to shop around for presents you've missed. It's all here. You off the naughty list. 11th hour shopper. That's you. See you next year, buddy.
Get low prices on all your last-minute gifts. Walmart.
Everybody deserves the gift of more data. For a limited time, Verizon is giving you 24 bonus gigs at no additional cost every year for life. That's 2 extra gigs per line per month when you activate or upgrade on our XL or larger sizes. 24 bonus gigs every year for life. Stream more, surf longer, all on the better network. Visit Verizon online or in-store today.
From the director of American Hustle.
You're like a gas leak. We don't see you, we don't smell you, but you're silently killing us all.
Joy is one of the year's best movies. It's brilliantly funny.
I give these kids 50-50 odds.
Yeah. Have a good time. Joy, rated PG-13, Friday.
Dear Jen, this seemed like just the thing for your first Boston Christmas. Love, your in-laws Debbie and Bill.
Jenny, stay strong and warm. Love, Dad.
Get a special discount now at NFLshop.com.
Get apps, videos, and more at iTunes.com/NFL. Guess you could download Halo if you like. That's what that dude's from. So, Vikings, 2 minutes to go in the half. Up 3, give it to Jerick McKinnon from the 20. Tries to bounce outside and gets tackled for a loss on the play. While we were away, Teddy Bridgewater checking on Adrian Peterson. Looks like he says he's all right there, but then walking off, get a little extra treatment at halftime.
Can't hurt that man. He is so tough. I promise you he'll be back out here. And boy, do they need him. He's a special player and playing at such a high level at this point in his career. Very impressive.
2nd and 11. Here comes pressure over the middle and a completion to McKinnon again. And he's down to the 17. The Bears going to stop the clock. They have all 3 timeouts. They're not inclined to do that right now. It's interesting. Let it go.
I think this is an area, Kevin, I think with Teddy Bridgewater, you're going to go into the playoffs, you're going to win. Continue to give him more ownership, more responsibility, and part of that is trusting him on situations like this, 3rd and 7. Yes, you have to walk out with points, but don't be afraid to say, hey, Teddy, we're going to trust you to push it downfield. If it's not there, throw it away.
Well, they go empty backfield, John, so it looks like they're going to throw. 3rd and 7. 4-man rush. Now he is dropped, and 2 penalties fly as well. Lamar Houston was the guy. Now let's wait on the calls.
There are fouls by both teams on the play. Offside, defense number 99. Holding, offense number 75. The penalty's offset. We will replay 3rd down.
So they'll do the down over again, but meanwhile, Chicago's really let the clock go here. I mean, they had, what, 1:15 with 3 timeouts? And so now whatever happens here, they're not going to have much time getting the ball back themselves. So we'll do it again. 3rd down and 7. 33 seconds to go in the half. Blitz. Bridgewater gets rid of it. McKinnon, another penalty. McKinnon breaking through, and he is in. Now the penalty.
I believe this is going to be roughing the passer, and they're just asking Zimmer where he wants them to assess it. But McKinnon, how about him as a receiver, Kevin? You said he didn't come in with many catches, came into today with only 12, but he's been explosive in the pass game for the Vikings with 3 big receptions. There it is, going low on Bridgewater. DeMontre Hurst, but McKinnon out in the open against Shea McClellan. And then just a great effort. Looks like his knee may in fact be down.
There are fouls by both teams on the play. We have personal foul, roughing the passer, defense number 30. After the play was over, there was unsportsmanlike conduct by number 31 of the scoring team. The score is good. Those fouls were offset on the kickoff.
All right, Brad Allen with the explanation.
But now where this becomes even bigger is on the unsportsmanlike conduct. If he does not indeed get in, it's a after the play, and so it will go back 15 yards. And just a crucial mistake by McKinnon.
Looking at that initial replay, I think he got in. I don't think that knee was down. He did a tremendous job. Let's watch again, John. Right here.
I think you're right. It looked like that knee was down, but it never. He kind of burst right before it was down.
Yeah. And then when it did touch there, I think the ball's over. Well, look, under review in Mini.
This is the one place we're not afraid to fail. Some of these experiments may not work, but a few might shape the future. Like turning algae into biofuel, new technology for capturing CO2 emissions, and cars twice as efficient as the average car today. Ideas ExxonMobil scientists are working on to make energy go further, no matter how many tries it takes. Energy lives here.
Big news! The new Sprint LTE Plus network is faster than Verizon and AT&T based on data from the world's foremost authority on independent measurement. To celebrate, we're going to cut some prices in half. Switch to Sprint and save 50% on Verizon, AT&T, or T-Mobile rates. No gimmicks, no tricks. It's the biggest offer in U.S. wireless history.
What about Verizon?
50% off.
AT&T too?
50% off.
Even T-Mobile?
50% off. And now, get the hottest Samsung smartphones and receive a free 32-inch LED Samsung TV. Don't wait. Offer ends December 24th.
I'm former United States Army Sergeant Jason Lassard. Out of nowhere, I get a call from Bud Light inviting me and a friend to Boston.
It's time for the coin toss. Heads, you meet a Pats offensive legend. Tails, defensive legend. Tails.
Yeah. Meet Ty Law, one of my favorite Patriots of all time.
They go out there and do what you guys do.
A lot braver than I am, man. Greatest day of my life, and I can't thank Bud Light enough for everything they've done to make this possible.
All right, we're back. Let's get the call from Brad Allen here, see whether McKinnon was down
After
or not.
reviewing the play, the ruling on the field stands. Touchdown. As stated before, the foul's offset at the kickoff. We will run the try. There will be no additional enforcement of penalties.
So it was close, you know, with also not just looking at the knee, kind of judgment, John, whether that shin or enough of the shin was down. Very, very close call. But I think what Mike Pereira has been telling us the last few weeks is when what's called on the field, unless it's overwhelming, you really stay with it. And so McKinnon scores, 17-yard score on that third down, too. And it's a touchdown drive for the Vikings, put them back up by 10.
Kevin, that's an impressive drive. You know, I think the Vikings and Mike Zimmer, they're evolving and they're understanding to beat the top teams. You got to play aggressive. Their defense, they're playing without their top three players on defense. And so you maybe have to change your game a little bit, be a little more aggressive. I think they displayed that on that last drive, and I like it.
That was the penalty. And here was the celebration. At the end, you saw Mike Wallace trying to say, hey, get away. We can't do this with all your other teammates. He realized it a little bit too late. But it doesn't hurt him because he did get in. Coming up halftime, Kurt, Terry, Howie, Michael, and Jimmy. Well, we will be checking out on all the scores, including whether the Giants can hand Carolina their first loss. They're tied at 7 late in the second quarter. So Minnesota got off to that 10-0 start. Bears answered, but they're playing well. Teddy Bridgewater coming off maybe his best, if not one of his best games Thursday night against Arizona. He's got 11 of 14, 156 yards, and 2 touchdowns today. Thompson getting nice returns. Not that time. Adam Thielen with the big tackle. Talked about halftime. Why don't we check in with Kurt Menefee?
The Visa halftime show is right around the corner, and so are the holidays. So here at Fox, some of the staff have been decking the halls to get in the spirit. But honestly, some people are taking it a bit too far.
Yeah, Coach Johnson, can I get back to work now?
Sit still, son. I'm almost done.
The man who invented swagger.
I'm sorry, did that say Dr. Dreidel, by the way? I think it did. Xavier Rhodes back on the field for Minnesota, so that's good news. Went out with that knee injury. Here's Forte. Now, this is just strange. They had all their timeouts, chose not to use them when Minnesota had the ball, and I don't know.
Yeah, it's put them in a tough position now because they had those 3 timeouts. Had you used them, you may be getting the ball back with 45 to a minute left, and instead, really, they can push to try to get a field goal, but tough sledding.
Now, the good news is they do have timeouts here. They go across the middle of the field, and Robbie Gould was hitting them from well over 50 yards in warm-ups. 15 seconds to go. Cutler moves the pocket and now fires a seed downfield for Jeffrey, and incomplete. Harris on the coverage.
Well, Anthony Harris, that's a nice job. That's Alshon Jeffrey you're going up against, and he does a great job of locating the football, playing the football, not panicking, and darn near comes down with the interception. Jay Cutler takes his chances knowing I've got a rookie against my #1 guy, and Anthony Harris holds up quite well.
Not bad for Harris, huh, John, with the injuries they've had in the secondary, and they've had a lot of them. Called up from the practice squad, and he started last week against Arizona and played all right. 7 seconds left in the half, 2nd and 10. They'll throw it again. They're going to come near side, and getting out of bounds is Forte with 1 second on the clock. So
I'll tell you this, Kevin, number 6, that guy can throw it as far as anybody in the league. So anybody doubting whether he can get it to the end zone, he can.
And the Vikings immediately running back towards that end zone as Harris and Sendejo and company hit back there. Hail Mary time for Chicago. Pressure. Cutler has to run away, and now he's going to let it fly, and that is going to be short of the end zone and incomplete. And so we will go to the break with the Vikings finding themselves up 17-7 on their rivals. Good half for Teddy Bridgewater. Halftime show is coming up with Kurt and the fellas. To LA we go for that. Get you updated on all the scores.
Welcome to the Visa Halftime Report. Visa Checkout, the easier way to pay online.
Minnesota looking to get back on track as we welcome you to Visa Halftime. TB, you're still recovering from surgery, so let us take care of the highlights for you. Just sit there and be eye candy while the video rolls over you. Odell Beckham Jr. and Cam Newton, hugs all over the place. Giants trying to hand Carolina its first defeat of the season. They had a chance early. Beckham beats Josh Norman, but dropped the perfect pass from Eli. That matchup has been going on all day long, and it's been a good one. Cam Newton, well, this is a good run. His best of the season, 47 yards on the play. He wound up getting knocked out of bounds, but would hit Ted Ginn Jr. for a 3-yard score and a 7-0 lead. But the Giants come right back and answer. Eli Manning, busted coverage for the Panthers defense. Ruben Randall takes advantage, 27-yard score that tied it at 7. And then just before the 2-minute warning, Cam Newton hanging in there, hooking up with Greg Olsen. How many times have we seen this? 37 yards in the score there. Carolina trying to go to 14-0. Lead it 14-7 right now at the 2-minute warning. Michael Washington trying to keep pace in the NFC East.
All right, in honor of TB, look at Kirk Cousins right there. Take it out to the right side, turns it up the field, runs it in for a 13-yard touchdown. And here he is, Cousins to Jordan Reed for an 18-yard touchdown, Kirk. Though that's the 3rd touchdown 2 game between these two. It is 21-0 Washington, and as Cousins said, you like that?
I think he likes that. The Falcons would like to end their 6-game losing streak. They're down in Jacksonville. Matt Ryan picking up with Julio Jones, the NFL's leading receiver, on an 11-yard score. Atlanta, looking a lot better, up 14-3 on the Jags. Meanwhile, the AFC South, first place is on the line between Houston and Indy.
Quarterback love, T.J. Yates and Matt Hasselbeck. Here's Hasselbeck. Gets rid of it to Dante Moncrief, 11-yard touchdown. Get it in, young man. Little Michael Jackson right there. They added a field goal, 10-0 Colts.
Moments ago, T.J. Yates went down, so Brandon Weeden now in at quarterback for Houston as they try to come back. Tennessee at New England, and this one pretty much going the way you might suspect. Tom Brady, first quarter to Rob Gronkowski. 5-yard score. That made it 7-0, and then Marcus Mariota sacked and fumbled. Akeem Hicks says thank you very much, recovers it in the end zone for a touchdown. Mariota injured his knee on the play as well. New England right up 24-3, and they're still in the first half. Kansas City winners for 7 straight at Baltimore.
Buck Allen with the carry. Buck Allen with the fumble. Tyvon Brantley picks it up, and he races 73 yards for a touchdown. You know what, TB, you were that fast. You just had your knee redone, my friend. The speed is coming back. I feel it.
Thank you, Mike.
Yes, 21-7, Kansas City.
He had the knee redone, and he's on the medicine. He's like, yeah, whatever you say. Jimmy, let's talk right now. Minnesota, they're up by 10, but Adrian Peterson, we've seen him limping, don't know if he'll be back.
Yeah, that's got to be the big concern with Peterson, with his ankle being a sprained ankle. They've got to have him if they're going to have any success in the playoffs. Now, Jerick McKinnon did a nice job. He's a good screen, pass runner. He's a good, outside, out of the backfield type thing. And Teddy Bridgewater's doing a nice job. 11 for 14, 2 touchdowns. But the offense will change without Peterson in there.
And their defense has played really well. Minus 3 starters, doing a great job of mixing up the blitz packages. They've gotten great pressure, 3 sacks so far. Beside that one drive in the second quarter that Chicago took it down the field and scored, the defense has played well. I've been impressed with Teddy Bridgewater. He's played well in the first half.
Sometimes, you don't like to say this maybe, but what's wrong with finally putting this thing on Teddy Bridgewater's shoulders and say, maybe you have to throw it 30 to 40 times a game. They don't do that. They are a ball control offense. But you know what? This may be a game, if AP doesn't come back, where you go, all right, let's see if he can handle this. The problem with them throwing it 30 or 40 times, their offensive line, with all the injuries, they won't be able to protect it. Let me rephrase it then. Throw it 18 times.
Well, he's only thrown it 14 times in the first half, but hit on 11 of them, including this one to Stephon Diggs for the touchdown and the Visa play of the first half. Second half, next.
Score with Visa Checkout Game Day deals. Today only, buy 2 or more movie tickets on Fandango with Visa Checkout to get 1 in your order free.
How great is this theme? And do you know who wrote it? John Williams? Nope. Hans Zimmer? No. Ed Vogel in accounting. Crazy, right? So hold on to your dreams and your day job.
What's inside the bag? More than an extra extension cord and a set of lights. There's great gifts like Hot Wheels and frozen sparkle dolls that'll light up your favorite little faces. Find the perfect gifts right up to the very last minute. There's more at Meijer.
Your time to holiday shop is almost over. So hurry to H.H. Gregg for the hottest gifts. Gregg's got it. Big savings on TVs, Samsung, Sony, and LG.